welcome into the PHNX Daily Bet Show, brought to you by the one and only DraftKings Sportsbook app, America's top-rated sportsbook app. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and leave a 5-star review. I'm joined, as always, by Johnny Venerable on this Tuesday.
Maverick fans, where are you?
Hold on. And today, May 24th, 2022, the year of our Lord, is the day that I say I was wrong. And Johnny Venerable was right.
Oh, well, good to have you back here on your own show, Shano. And yes, it is a joyous day as we talk about the upcoming sweep of the fraudulent Dallas Mavericks to join our fraudulent Phoenix Suns in the NBA graveyard that is the 2022 postseason, as the Warriors have stomped that ass 3 straight games, just like your boy predicted. Once upon a time, DraftKings Sportsbook app plus 700. And we're going to get out the brooms tonight. Let's all get ready for a fight.
I wouldn't say stomped all 3 games. I think they stomped them in the first 2 games. I think game three, they just kind of fell apart. They just can't shoot the ball. They just can't shoot the ball right now. And in part to what they're doing, Luka will love Cancun. I think he needs to get a little more tan.
Yeah, he's pacey, man. Even I have a little bit more sun here in Maricopa.
Well, you have to travel by foot to the office when you
I do. I have to go through the desert and fight off the coyotes, even to make it into the PHNX headquarters. But
before we get into the game tonight, what the fuck is going on in these playoffs, Johnny? Why do all of these games suck?
It's not a new thing. I feel like this is
stats wise, 20 point plus blowouts is like the most it's had in years.
Do we have like any teams that have like the heart of a champion, like as cliche as it is, like once upon a time, like the NBA is the league where everybody makes a run. So like the officials want you to come back and make games competitive. I thought we were going to get a glimmer of hope between the prior series with the Celtics and Giannis and company with Milwaukee. I thought that was a preview of what's coming. Like, oh man, we're really getting down to brass tacks here. West, I knew what was coming in the West. That's an outlier. I knew that the Mavericks were going to get stomped, but I thought these Eastern Conference Finals are a complete and utter just eyesore. They're just not watchable games. And so I picked the Celtics yesterday, hand over foot. Espo came on the show in your absence, Shane. It completely embarrassed himself. But I at least thought that game would be competitive. If you're Miami, you get a chance to go up 3-1, and you just smacked them in their own building. Yeah. It's frustrating from a casual viewer. Like right now, like we're casually viewing from a bets perspective, and because we enjoy the NBA, we have nothing to invest in because our beloved Phoenix Suns are gone. I want competitive games. That's the one thing you just feel like as compared. I don't want to compare everything to the NFL. You just can't replicate the greatness of the NFL because every one of those, remember those divisional games, the conference championship games, Buffalo, Kansas City, Packers, San Francisco, like the AFC championship game, I think went to overtime. Like the NBA, these series may go 6, 7 games, but like you have a definitive problem with just teams just giving up after 2 quarters. Like, oh, we're down by 12. Guess this game's over.
I think the only prediction that I'm going to get right in these conference final games is the fact that the Miami series will go 7. But like I said, it's going to go 7 because of blowouts on each side every other game. It doesn't make sense. It's weird. I actually think we might have seen the downfall of the Heat in that last game when Jimmy's not producing. I mean, and Kyle Lowry sucks. Holy hell. I know he just came back.
He was good earlier this year, but
now it's just bad. There's just not a lot to really get excited about when watching these games, except for maybe your sweep that you're hoping for. And it could happen, but we have some Mavericks fans in the chat. Mavericks fans, can you try to convince me?
Oh, mommy, what happened to the Western Conference Finals?
What happened
to our trip to the finals?
So I can save a little face?
No.
And win a couple bets?
They win tonight, whatever. They're not winning game 5. They are getting railroaded in Golden State. If they win tonight, it's only because Golden State's resting people, or they just don't give a damn. I predicted a sweep, but we also talked about I would also be right if they won in 5 games and they were non-competitive mostly. This game tonight, like I am taking the Warriors to sweep. We're going to get to our bets here in a second. This game means nothing. It means nothing to the Warriors. It means nothing to Steve Kerr. Like, yes, they win tonight. They can travel back home. They get some time off because I think we both assume that the Eastern Conference Finals is going to go 6 or 7 games.
Yeah.
But like it means nothing. It would mean something if Golden State was playing at home and they would have had to travel to Dallas to play a game 5, but since they're going home already, there's whatever. They would prefer to be done. Like the Mavs are an annoyance, but they're not a legitimate threat to them.
Yeah, I will say the Mavs do have something to be happy about with reaching this point. Obviously, beating a Suns team that, kind of collapsed, but they also took it from them in some regard. And also having a 23-year-old Luka Doncic on your team with the future definitely helps. My favorite thing that's come out of this playoff series is, I don't know if I know they had some distrust in the center position with Dwight Powell, but I also saw a lot of people in the chat in the Suns series saying Dwight Powell was a solid player. I've seen just the entire Mavericks fan base turn on him. I've seen people list 15 or like 100 centers that they would have over Dwight Powell, including players that aren't in the NBA anymore. It's been a really good thing to see our Pac-12 brethren get turned on in this series, because he is a stinker.
I'm checking right now. This is not good podcasting, but
okay.
Finals odds. So I want to know, can you still get the Warriors plus money to win the NBA championship? Nope, you can't. Warriors are minus 155 to win the NBA title. The next closest, Celtics at plus 230. Mavericks plus 6,000. You want to flush some money down the drain? Go ahead and do that. You could have gotten the Warriors, I think, at plus money 2-3 days ago, maybe plus 125. That's over now. If you still think the Heat can be competitive, they're plus 550 on the DraftKings Sportsbook app. But I think we all need to prepare for the coordination that is Steph Curry's 4th NBA championship, which will tie him with LeBron James, which is crazy. Hey, Jay, how are you?
Yeah,
good, my man.
He's saying Mavs fans and Suns fans were once
plus 6,000, my man.
Look at us now. Mavs in 7 though. Powell's problem is he doesn't score often. That's a problem in the NBA if you don't score often.
Yeah, you have to put the ball. That
can be an issue. He also doesn't rebound. He doesn't really do much. I think he played 8 minutes last game, so that's fun. So one thing I want to cover before we move on is what Luka said yesterday, I believe, or was it after the?
Does he need just to stop talking?
No. I kind of like this, but I also, if you're me and you're betting on the Mavs tonight, you kind of hate this. He said that he basically gave a this series is over. He said, I apologize for not having the quote in front of me, but it was something along the lines of like, I'm only 23. I have a lot of room to grow. Is that him giving up, Johnny?
Yes, 100%. By the way, P-Dog, I love you, my man. I'm going to have to step on the party a little bit for Suns fans here. Suns fans do not get to talk shit to the Mavericks because they're getting swept by Golden State. Can we just be clear on that? This
makes it look worse.
I'm enjoying this ass kicking because I predicted it, and I thought the Mavs were fraudulent. I thought last series said more about the Suns' collapse, but make no mistake, you cannot be arrogant in your Valley jersey against the Mavericks team that just took your soul in Game 7. I'm going to give some love to our Maverick fan. If you're getting shit on by Suns fans, they are just being very passive aggressive, but you're still a big time finals fraud.
Yeah, he said, I'm still learning. I'm only 23.
There you go, my man.
So, no, I'm saying that's what Luka said. All right. Well, before we get into our picks, just a reminder: download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. It's safe, it's secure, it's reliable. You can deposit and withdraw cash whenever you want. If you win some bets betting against Luka like Johnny has, you can pull that money out and go to a nice chill. Is the Chili's open yet in Maricopa?
No, it's looking like maybe 2025. So I have a little bit of time to save up some coin for my awesome blossom. There's so many tasty menu items that we're just going to go over. I think that day when the Chili's finally opens, if we're still doing the show, if I haven't been fired yet, we'll go through menu by menu item and we'll let the folks in the chat vote for what I'm going to have.
We'll give our props. I still owe you those 2 bloomin' onions, Johnny.
Yeah, thank God you didn't bet. You didn't bet a third one on this series. You'd be owing me a smorgasbord.
Yeah. But yeah, download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. You can win a lot of bloomin' onion coin. New customers can bet just $5 on any team to win and get $150 in free bets if they do in the NBA playoffs. So if you think the Mavs are going to win tonight, you can bet on them. But if you think the Warriors are going to complete the sweep, you can bet on them and get $150 in free bets and create your own parlay by combining multiple bets in a team you like to win. So I have another Luka parlay. No Mavs money line in this, just a Luka over 36 points. Luka over 6 assists, Luka over like 8 rebounds or something on the DraftKings Sportsbook app. And that gives you some juicy odds. You can also get money back if you lose, if one leg doesn't hit up to $25 if you're not a new customer. So download it today. Use that promo code PHNX when you sign up at just $5 on any NBA team to win their game. Get $150 in free bets if they do. That's promo code PHNX this week only at the DraftKings Sportsbook app. 21 plus, Arizona only. Gambling problem, call 1-800 next step. New customers only, minimum $5 deposit. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for more details. Johnny, I know you got more Warriors money line. What else you got tonight?
Well, Mark in the chat says Warrior money line tonight for my nutsack. I'm right there with you, brother. Warriors money line tonight. With me, I think it's one of the easiest picks. The only way it's either going to be Warriors win or the Mavericks are going to win in a blowout, just like that Memphis game in last series where the Warriors just didn't even care. I do think we'll get the over just because we'll get some fourth quarter, like just screwing around, having fun. This game's not competitive one of two ways. I think the over is my lock. It's going to hit tonight for sure.
Okay. Hey Dot in the chat saying Shane finally brought his fraudulent ass to the show. Fair. I do deserve that. I wouldn't call myself fraudulent. I do admit that I was wrong. I don't know if you can be fraudulent like this. Is this a fraudulent thing to think a team's going to win and then they not and then say I was wrong? Is that fraudulent?
Yeah. I mean, you host a gambling show where you give advice and then you're wrong a lot and then you don't
wrong a lot. That's crazy to me. I'll pull up the stats. Wrong a lot.
Let me tell you something. I cover the NFL for a living. I love it. And then I come on this show and I educate you on the NBA. Something seems a little ass backwards about that.
Oh my God. Oh, I can't wait until there's nothing to bet on except for baseball. Oh, I'm going to tear you apart.
I'll dominate that too.
Oh,
Guys, check out my new t-shirt. It's flipping awesome.
So
it's the Diamondback shirt. It's from our PHNX merchandise locker. Just check it. Accentuates the chest here. What do you think about this?
It's a great
What do you think about this? This tee's on sale right now. It's not, but it's $29.99. You can get it for free if you become a member at gophnx.com. 50 cents for the first month, $8.99 for the subsequent months, or if you become a member for the year, just under $60, you can get this free shirt for free, or any of our other shirts at the PHNX merchandise locker. Everybody's really aggressive in the chat today. I knew this would happen. This is what happens when I'm right. People need to take it out in the mosh pit that is the PHNX Bets Daily chat. Don't feel bad for Shane. I did predict Warriors in 5.
Wait, hold on. Go back to P-Dog's comment. U of A loving self. Is that in reference to me liking the U of A basketball team to win game? What did I enjoy about U of A?
Shane's an ASU alum and he hosts an ASU show.
Yeah,
Mike Luke is the ASU lover, along with producer Leah and the GM Saul Bookman.
All right, we'll get into my picks. You know I got the Mavs -1. But I also like I can't give up.
Like self-harm on this show. Oh my God.
I cannot give up. I got the over though. I think
you're going down with the ship. I appreciate that.
Dude, I have to. Plus, like, there has to be a Reggie Bullock game. There has to be some type of game. One thing I really do like, we'll get into my props later, but I really do like one of the role players that has been very good. I don't even know if he's a role player. He wasn't a role player before he came to the Mavs, but I like the over in this game. And as I said, I like the Mavs -1. Just talking craps, LOL. I think you meant just talking crap, but I would love to talk some craps. If you ever played craps, Johnny, have you played craps? It's one of my favorite table games. We should play some craps. They got a nice casino in Maricopa, Johnny.
They do. We don't have many restaurants. We have this big ass casino.
What's it called?
Want to go lose your Action
Casino? Nice. Let's go. Let's go.
Has a movie theater.
We'll bring our own blooming onions to the craps table.
It's literally the nicest thing in Maricopa. It's this little bumblebutt town, and then they have this huge ass casino.
Let's go. I'm all about it. We can do a live show from it. I don't think they'll appreciate that, but hey. All right, Johnny, what do you like props wise tonight?
Here's what I like. It's Warriors related. Surprise, surprise. Andrew Wiggins, who is embarking toward a Finals MVP, which I teased on the show about a week ago. Pulled the tape over
a Finals MVP.
I said it would not have surprised me if he won the Finals MVP. I said this on this show.
I don't
been the second best player on the Warriors. He's a freak show. He's been ingratiated into their culture. I don't love giving out props that are not plus money, but you can couple this with Steph Curry. So he's got 16.5 points. I think he hits that maybe in the first half at -110. Then you got Steph just raining hot fire threes to steal the souls of all the Maverick fans in the building. 6+ threes tonight, +275. I think you can get Clay at 5 or 6 threes, and it jumps up to like maybe +400. So if you feel like Clay's going to have a big night, it just feels like Andrew Wiggins is like the differentiator for this team. Yeah. We talked about it. His youth is the elixir for this team. Like, we love the Warriors coming into this season because you knew Clay would be back. Not we in terms of the Valley, but like people love the Warriors, right? But what were they missing? Well, Iguodala's on his way out. He could come back for the Finals, but he's old. you got Wiggins now, who like should have like 2 or 3 more peak years with this team if they're able to keep him. I don't know his free agent status. It's a perfect addition for this already loaded team. And it's frankly, it's kind of unfair and it's hilarious if you're Kevin Durant. It's like, I've been replaced by Andrew Wiggins and they're still winning championships. Fraud.
Yeah, and it's really interesting to see what he does on defense, something that the Suns really should have adjusted to. He fights through every screen. I know that's a system thing, and they talked about this on the Suns show yesterday, but it's just like at some point you got to adjust. All right, I'm getting back into the Sun stuff. I don't want to talk about that. P-Dog saying, huge New Mexico Lobos fan. Thanks again for Jalen House. Dude is a stud. Rubbing salt into the wound. ASU basketball transfer Jalen House, whom I was a big fan of.
Oh, New Mexico Lobo talk. Yeah. That's a deep cut here on PHNX Bets Daily.
All right, we'll get into my props. Surprise, surprise. Andrew Wiggins, nice little PRA tonight, 24.5.
Wig show.
5. And then this is the role player I was talking about. He's been really good ever since, I think, game 6 of the Sun series. 13.5 points. I'm going to keep going back to the well until it runs dry. Big fan of him. Big fan of his game. They're going to need him if they want to extend the series tonight. And I also think he might benefit from a couple extender series calls from the referees tonight because he's one of the only Mavs players that likes to take it to the rim, but he's also been raining from deep. So over 13.5 points at -110 is some pretty good value. I'm taking that to the bank as Johnny is still holding a broom in his hand. Johnny, anything else before we get on out of here?
Oh my goodness. PHNX Cardinals today, 4 p.m. Exclusive interview with Jordan Schultz, NFL insider. Our man Jordan, we've had this interview booked for a couple days now. Decides to break Arizona Cardinal news this morning with the signing of running back Daryl Williams, formerly of the Kansas City Chiefs. We talked to him about how that move came to be. Kyler Murray contract extension. He's got an interesting take on when this move could get done or won't get done. Tune into Jordan today, PHNX Cardinals live with myself and, of course, Mr. Bo Brock.
Love it. Yeah, keep it tapped in right here on the PHNX Sports YouTube channel. We are live every Monday through Friday at noon. When Johnny doesn't have a breaking news guest joining him.
Goodbye, Mavs fans. Goodbye.
Hopefully we'll be back tomorrow to talk the extension of this series. But if not, oh well. Sad day for Mavs fans. But I think they'll extend it. We'll see. Right here on the PHNX Sports YouTube channel. You can follow me on Twitter at Shane Deef. You can follow Johnny on Twitter at Johnny Vanderbilt. You can follow the show on Twitter at PHNX_bets. And as I said, every Monday through Friday at noon. Peace, love, and PRA.